Yo, 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 what it do, family? It's your Uncle T coming back at you once again with another Toombs Talk. Y'all know the vibes. We here with a little quick vibe check. First and foremost, we've got the Supreme Protector Spray. This is your Uncle T's homemade Florida water. Super potent, super protective, great for manifestation, great for a lot of things. So y'all know, we gonna bless the space. Let me bless y'all with it one more time. Let me bless y'all with some. Bless myself. And so today, instead of pulling from the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck, I've got a specific card that I want to share with y'all. So first and foremost, well, let's just get straight into it. We've got the card of tobacco, number 24 card, which represents the keyword offering. So in many cultures, we use tobacco as an offering. Not only, for many different things. You can use it as an offering to the earth, right? Because it has the nitrogen in it. It has good elements and vitamins for the earth, basically. So you can put it at the base of a tree as an offering, right? You can use it for offering for ancestral veneration, for offering the ancestors. So what we've got right here is the Arturo Fuente Hemingway short story. So I've been recently smoking on these, so I wanted to bust this out real quick, show y'all what we got here. So tobacco is, again, a sacred herb, and when they're producing tobacco, so this is the little short story, just a little 20-30 minute smoke, amazing flavor. You're gonna cut the top right here and light the end right here, but it's just got a neutral tobacco smell, but when you get into it, the flavors are amazing. So tobacco, it takes a while to create and produce quality tobacco. Not only that, but they ferment the tobacco leaves. Tobacco leaves are green, but when you ferment them, they get a darker color, right? Depending on if they're grown in the shade, fermented, aged for 3 years. This is like aged for 3 years, something like that. So we've got really special sacred herb that has been taken care for with reverence, aged, and fermented, so that way it becomes an enjoyable smoke. So a lot of our ancestors have enjoyed tobacco. Nowadays, there's so many things to enjoy, but back in the day, a lot of the times it was just like some tobacco and liquor. A basic ancestral veneration, maybe your favorite meals, things like that. Nowadays, there's so much that hits our dopamine receptors and things like that we can get into. But, so I wanted to share this with y'all because I've been smoking on this. Wanted to share with y'all the card of tobacco. So hopefully that focuses to a decent degree. You can see this tobacco spirit right here, right? And it's represented by Mars and Pluto. So what I'm gonna do right now real quick is I'm gonna read it. It's the number 24 card. 2 + 4 is 6. Okay, and 6 represents changes. Also, like 3 is the triangle, and 6 is that double triangle, right? So now we've got an even firmer foundation. So let's read what the card has to say real quick. Nicotina tabacum, or Nicotiana rusticum, is the Latin name, I guess. So upright is power, ofrenda, offering, divine gift, invocation, respect, deep alignment with will and purpose. Reversed is the illusion of power, power hungry, lack of respect, inner conflict, addiction, stuck in habits, fear, or failure. So again, oops, sorry, I think I did that backwards. Y'all get the drift, right? So upright and reverse. So anyway, Mars and Pluto. It's represented by Mars and Pluto. Mars has this direct action. It's about, wars, right? Mars is the planet of war, but Pluto is planet of so Mars is more like the planet of battles. Pluto is the planet of war. Like you can end a war with plutonium, big, kind of like a nuclear type bomb, a plutonium bomb. Whereas Mars is more like the arrows and the direct action, right? So it has this direct action, it has this powerful quality. Essentially, it is powerful medicine, and it has this powerful quality. So let me set that right here. So I'm going to read a little bit from the book, or I'm going to read what it says from the guidebook. So tobacco is used among indigenous groups across the Americas as an offering to the gods, for smoke cleansing, as an offering to the spirits, and as a sacred smoke at council meetings, and as ceremonial juice during vision quests. Widely used by shamans in the Amazon called tabaqueros, tobacco is considered a planta maestra, a master plant or master teacher plant. These plants are key to protective spirits and important allies and guides in the healing of humanity. And y'all know your Uncle T has been moving forward really with honoring our angels, our ancestors, and our allies. The angels is the higher aspect of the spiritual divinity, that bridge between really the spirit realm, the angels, and as we come down here into earth. So it's like, that's why I say the angels, the ancestors, and the allies. We have these plant allies that are still here on earth. We have our ancestors that are in a higher dimension, or at least our elevated ancestors. We want to be specific within that. Our elevated ancestors, you know, are bridging that gap between the spirit realm and here. And then we have the angels, you know, on a higher dimension that aren't really tapped into this earthly plane, but again, bridge that gap between the here and there, you know, heaven and earth. So in pre-Columbian North America, different tribes used tobacco ceremonially. The main difference between them and Central and South American tribes is that they smoked tobacco through a pipe. Various indigenous peoples from the Americas use tobaccos for healing a wide range of ailments such as earaches, snake bites, cuts and burns, respiratory diseases, fever, convulsions, nervous issues, urinary complaints, skin diseases, and parasites. Many traditions hold that tobacco is a protective spirit given to humanity to enable the communication with the spirit world. Again, these are the allies that we need to use. I'm gonna set this up right here. So also, when it comes to tobacco as ridding of parasites, the tobacco leaves themselves, you go good tobacco leaves, they're not gonna be eaten by bugs because of the power and quality of the constituents within the plant, the medicine that is in the plant. The bugs don't like to eat it. You know what I mean? So that shows its power and also its protective qualities. A lot of these bugs feed off of the host. A parasite feeds off of the host. If you as a host are allowing yourself to be vulnerable, then things are gonna hook onto you, latch onto you energetically, and or physical parasites, vampires, things of that sort, and will feed off of your energy. But when you have a protective bubble around you, when your auric presence, when your auric field is intact and don't have no holes or tears within your auric field, then these lower energetic entities, these parasites and vampires that feed off of the host, will not be able to latch onto you. So it's important to envelop yourself with this spiritual protective field. Again, this is why we have the Supreme Protector Spray. Let me go ahead and give another spray, right? Another spray for y'all. Some of y'all are going through it and need some spiritual protection. So your Uncle T is here to help provide you with some of that, but more importantly, to give you the strength so that way you can provide yourself with this protector energy. And when I mean providing it with yourself, it's working in tandem with the angels, the ancestors, and the allies. Just like in Earth, when we call AAA when we got a car problem, we need to call AAA when we got a spiritual problem, or really any problems, financially, monetarily, spiritually, emotionally, relationships, career, anything that's going on. Call on your angels, your ancestors, and your allies. They want to help and want to interface. It's not that they're going to do the work for you, but that they're going to assist you so that way you can assist yourself. Just as Reiki is not, healing you of anything. It's channeling this divine energy that comes from source via a vessel that is able to channel this energy unto you so that way you can in turn receive it and begin to balance your energetic field, begin to regain some homeostasis within your life. Okay, now if you don't receive it, then that's unto you, right? But the energy is there. Know that the energy is there. Know that your angels, your ancestors, and your allies are willing to help you within that. So, tobacco is one of the ultimate ofrendas or sacred offerings to the spirit world, placed on altars and traded among different societies for hundreds of years, more likely thousands of years. It has been used by many indigenous peoples as a symbolic token for sealing peace among tribes. Tobacco's most commonly used ritual since ancient times, smoke, and the strong purgative anti-inflammatory effects mirror those of Mars's nature. As I told you, Mars is very action-oriented. So again, we're using the smoke, we're using the fire, we're using the air element, we have the earth element. And, you can add in the water element, maybe even because it really builds up a lot of saliva. So we're adding all these elements in order to manifest and work this magic, okay? So here's the guidance that comes from the card. The gods of power are here to serve. Let me see if, yeah, we'll leave it right here. The gods of power are here to serve, and they demand loving respect. Tobacco reminds us to utilize power compassionately. How we use and direct this power determines the quality of life. Offer your actions as a divine gift, selflessly and in service to the sacred. Grandfather Tobacco's protective and powerful energy lovingly opens the doorway to the spirit world to those who act with humility and respect. Don't allow the illusions of power to seduce you into destructive behavior and addictive tendencies. Tobacco is here today to remind you of the importance of offering as a form of opening, invocation, and respect. Now we see modern day tobacco in terms of cigarettes, Marlboro, some of these, whatever the big names are, Newport, you know what I mean? They have all these chemical derivatives that make this sacred medicine a very addicting substance. So we don't want, your Uncle T does not condone cigarettes, does not condone commercial tobacco. But what I do, and I won't even say I condone it, but what I do recommend, not even recommend, what I do is utilize, really good quality tobacco as an offering to myself. It tastes good. This cigar is a lovely smoke. The Arturo Fuente Hemingway short story. You taste it, you don't inhale it, you enjoy it. You take time to sit back and think about where we are, where we've come, in reverence and honor to your ancestors. We send the smoke up as prayers to the spirit realm, either in gratitude, in offering, in asking for advice, questions, help, things along those natures. So there's many ways that we get involved in prayer and seek guidance, but this is one such way. So I was gonna pull some tarot, but we coming up on 15 minutes. So again, today's little video is just about tobacco, okay, and the sacred offering that it is. So maybe some of y'all don't even really get into the tobacco, that's fine, but how can we utilize this energy, whether you're smoking it, utilizing it or not, even just seeing this card right now, how can you yourself use this energy, use this grandfather energy, right, who's ushering you to be of service towards humanity? I am my brother's keeper. So how are you keeping, the commandments of your ancestors? How are you keeping, the ways of your ancestors and helping to instill that future forward, whether that be to your kids, to your friends and family, to the world at large? This is why your Uncle T's here, because my pops took his life tragically, and I've witnessed these self-sabotaging behaviors within myself, within my family lineage. So we're healing the ancestral family lineage within the world at large. So we're healing this, this broken earth, right? Mother Earth is crying out for our help, for your help specifically. Your ancestors are, in effect, crying out for your help. We need to do the work right here, right now. It's not about what they did, but we honor and stand in reverence and in gratitude for what they did, but we have to continue to carry out that work. The work is not done. The work, in fact, is never done. So we're always here on this journey. Utilize sacred tobacco and this Martian energy. Mars is in Aries right now, so it's time to move forward. Anyway, it's about to be 15 minutes. The Gram's gonna cut me off. It's your Uncle T, giving honor and reverence, wholeness.